talk to us about your health.
Wow.
What you feel about health.
Well, I am very passionate about health. You guys know we do a Wellness Wednesday, but it doesn't stop there. I also do a health and lifestyle tour that we partner with Novartis, because I am seeing a disproportionate amount of African American and Hispanic, of course, all of our minority friends. We are suffering because of ignorance, number one, and then because we just not going to do it.
Right, right.
And what tends to happen is we eat so wrong for so long that by the time we go to the doctor, that's another thing, go to the doctor. By the time we do go to the doctor and they diagnose us with something, then we are, Lord, you left me, Jesus. All by myself. No, he left his word.
Yeah.
So that we could follow his word, you know. And I tell you and Hez all the time, make sure you're drinking that water. Make sure you get some kind of green during the day. Make sure that you have a good vitamin, because as we get older, our hormones change, and, you know, and we lose certain things, but you don't have to lose it. You really do not have to lose it. I don't take any hormone therapy or anything like that. I take natural, God-given things from food, because that's where you're supposed to get it first. Because God has such an amazing array of vitamins that are already in food. And so I'm very passionate about that. I'm passionate about the fact that folks are dying too quickly because of heart disease, high blood pressure, and that's one of the things that has run in our particular race for a long time without excuse. Without excuse. Move something for 15 minutes on purpose every single day.
Honestly.
Seriously.
Honestly. Yeah.
Seriously. Because what we want, again, we want God to do everything. But what God is saying, I've put all of this on the inside of you, and there is no excuse. You know, if you didn't know, somebody's telling you now that you've got to drink more water. You've got to make sure that you use the microwave less. You've got to make sure that you are cooking your own food, because you know what you're putting in it.
And not cooking everything out of your food.
Right. Oh, see, come on.
Now you're talking about disproportion. My sisters and I, we used to play a game. We'd go from city to city on tour, and we'd say, let's count the overweight people.
Wow.
Now, no, this is not to make fun of.
No.
This is to bring a point home, and that was to sober us up in what we do.
Right.
And we would count the people carrying unnecessary weight and unnecessary fat. And we couldn't get to a minute without getting to over 50 people.
Right. Right. We're talking about in the church. We're not talking about outside the church. We're not talking about at the fast food restaurant.
We're talking about
at the temple.
Our people. And we wear it as like it's a part of our culture, and don't realize that we're dying early.
Yes.
So what we had to do, my sisters and myself, we had to start taking some measures in watching how we eat and watching what we take in, making sure that we eat the broccoli, because I love broccoli and cauliflower raw. I love raw broccoli and cauliflower. Good. So I started doing the things, because Yolanda used to tell me, walk around with a plastic bag of vegetables. She said, you don't have to go to McDonald's. You can put your vegetables in a little bag and carry it yourself. And stuff like that started making sense and started helping, especially with diabetes. And when diabetes, I started realizing that my nutrients were gone, my vitamins were gone, and my body was breaking down.
Right.
And it was based on two things: what I was eating and what I didn't know about my body.
Right.
And what I was eating was satisfying my appetite, but it was killing my body.
Right.
And I was watching Dr. Oz one day, and Dr. Oz was talking.
I love Dr. Oz.
I mentioned Jesus get nothing. Dr. Oz gets everything.
Dr. Oz gets everything.
And Dr. Oz said one thing. He said that vitamin D helps your pancreas.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Well, my pancreas, the doctor said, had shut down. And I was pumping up four times a day with my insulin. 16 units, 18 units, 20 units of insulin at a shot.
Man.
And I started taking vitamin D. And then my blood sugar level, maybe a month later, 2 months later, I would take my shot, eat my food, and my blood would drop down, my blood sugar level would drop down to 70 and 69. I'd start going to hypoglycemia.
Right.
I'm saying, but wait a minute.
Right.
I know I didn't eat right when I took my stuff. And so my blood sugar level should be going up. And I had to go back to my endocrinologist and say, something's wrong. I'm dropping too low. It's not, he said, well, and he did a series of tests, called me back 2 weeks later and said, well, it seems like your pancreas is pumping out insulin again.
Wow. Thank God.
Now,
yes.
Now, let me make this plain, though. It wasn't because somebody laid hands on me and prayed. It's because God gave the wisdom on how this body works and where the deficiency lied, and to add on to that so that I have replenished my vitamin D deficiency.
Right.
My legs start cramping up, and at night when I go to sleep, and I'm in excruciating pain because my muscles cramp and harden. And I found out it was a vitamin B12 deficiency.
Right.
So everything that you're saying is true. We are ignorant, not because we don't know, but because we ignore what we know.
Right.
Ignorance is one of two things. Either you don't know or you ignore what you do know. And in America, we ignore what we do know.
Yeah.
And we keep on going until our lifespan is cut short, and our kids got to wind up burying us.
And it's unnecessary, because I want to be around for a long time. I plan to be wearing my red pumps until I'm 92.
like my grandmother.
Oh, yeah.
Like my grandmother.
Then, of course, whatever God says.
But, amen.
It's the Don't Even Come Show.